Good morning, students. All of you, welcome to the class. Read the question number 89. Reductive Bose analysis of orthoxylene gives orthoxylene, the benzene ring having methyl groups on adjacent positions. This is called as orthoxylene. Bose analysis means a reaction with ozone followed by hydrolysis in presence of zinc dust. So this is the orthoxylene. If you observe this reaction and this reaction, left side is reaction 1, the right side is reaction 2. In the reaction 1, in the orthoxylene, you are observing pi bonds. Here a pi bond, here a pi bond, here a pi bond. Here also the same orthoxylene, but the position of pi bonds is different. Here the pi bond is there, here the pi bond is there, here the pi bond is there. So this one and this one, these two are the resonating structures of orthoxylene. First, I am taking this resonating structure. When it is reacting with ozone, first it goes to form triozonide. Why I am saying triozonide? Because here a pi bond is there. Here addition of ozone takes place. Here a pi bond is there. Addition of ozone takes place. Here a pi bond is there. Addition of ozone takes place. So then we will get a compound that is called as triozonide. So between these two carbon atoms, okay, between these two carbon atoms, the pi bond is going to be broken. Then here addition of ozone is taking place. Between these two carbon atoms, pi bond is going to be broken. Addition of O3 is going to take place. Between these two carbon atoms, pi bond is going to be broken, gives addition of ozone. So this compound is called as a triozonide. So after the formation of triozonide, it undergoes hydrolysis in presence of zinc dust. In this process, first bond breaking takes place between oxygen and oxygen. Again, same oxygen and oxygen. Here, one oxygen atom is going to be removed as nascent oxygen. And simultaneously, here also this oxygen atom is going to be removed because of the bond breakings. Here also the oxygen atom is going to be removed because of bond breakings. Those three nascent oxygen atoms react with 3 moles of water, gives 3 moles of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, leave that one. Next, coming to this reaction here. Between these two carbon atoms, the sigma bond is going to be broken. Between these two carbon atoms, sigma bond is going to be broken. Between these two carbon atoms, sigma bond is going to be broken. Now, if you observe this one, only this part, here you will get CH3 single bond, C double bond O single bond, C double bond O single bond H. So this is the product. Like that, here you will get CH3 single bond, C double bond O single bond, C double bond O single bond H. So this side and this side are having similarity. We are getting 2 moles of CH3 single bond, C double bond O single bond, CH, C double bond O, right? Like that here also we are getting. And if you observe this part, between these two carbons, single bond is there. That is carbon, single bond, carbon. And this carbon is bonded with double bond O, single bond H. This carbon is bonded with double bond O, single bond H. That is the compound CHO, single bond CHO. So when this type of resonating structure of orthoxylene undergoing ozonolysis will get CHO single bond CHO. The compound is called as glyoxal, option A. And we will get a CH3 single bond C double bond O, single bond CH double bond O. This is called as methyl glyoxal. And this is also the methyl glyoxal, option B. But if we come to the second reaction, when we are taking another resonating structure of orthoxylene, here the pi bond you are observing. When the similar reaction is going to happen, now if you observe this part, from this part, due to hydrolysis, we will get this product. That is here, C double bond O single bond CH3, single bond C double bond O single bond CH3. This compound we are going to get. This is called as dimethyl glyoxal. So due to reductive ozonolysis of orthoxylene, we will get glyoxal, methyl glyoxal, dimethyl glyoxal. So the answer is all of the above. This is very, very, very important reaction for JEE and NEET. Next, question number 90. Benzene reacts with CH3COCl, acetyl chloride, in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 to give This reaction is called as a Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. This is already present in your NCERT textbook directly in the class 11 chemistry volume 1 textbook. Sorry, volume 2 textbook. So in the Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, first we are taking the benzene reacting with acetyl chloride or acyl chloride. CH3CO group is called as acetyl group with chlorine, that is called as acetyl chloride in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. From the benzene, one hydrogen is going to be removed as H plus that reacts with Cl minus, gives HCl. So remaining this group, CH3CO group becomes as electrophile that will be substituted on benzene. Then we'll get C6H5 single bond COCH3. This compound is called as acetophenone. So this reaction is an example of Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Very, very, very important for PU examinations as well as for JEE and NEET. So which type of reaction it is? This is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. Conversion of benzene to acetophenone. The reaction is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction of benzene. Next, question number 91. C6H5CH3, that is called as toluene. See this one, benzene ring with single bond CH3, that is called as toluene or toluene. Reacting with CrO2Cl2. CrO2Cl2 is called as chromyl chloride. Chromyl chloride. In our chemistry lab also we can see this chemical, chromyl chloride. It gives a compound Z. What should be the Z? Actually, chromyl chloride is an oxidizing agent. It is used to oxidize the complete side chain of the benzene ring. This is the benzene ring. This is the side chain of the benzene ring. If the side chain is containing methyl group or ethyl group or propyl group or any alkyl group, that alkyl groups are completely oxidized to aldehydes. That means CH3 group is going to be oxidized to C double bond O single bond H, aldehyde group. Aldehyde group. So what should be its name? What should be its name? It's not the benzoic acid. What should be its name? Benzaldehyde. So the compound formed Z, the compound Z formed is going to be benzaldehyde. See the option. And this reaction is called as Itard reaction. In the second year, we will study about this reaction in the preparation of aldehydes, aromatic aldehydes. Benzaldehyde, it is an example of aromatic aldehyde. How can you say it is aromatic aldehyde? Because aldehyde group is present on benzene ring. Benzene ring containing compounds are aromatic compounds. So it is the conversion of toluene to, this is the conversion of toluene to benzaldehyde by reacting with chromyl chloride. Remember the name of the reaction? Itard reaction. So Itard reaction is also an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. Next, question number 92. Oxidation of benzene with air at 430 degrees Celsius in presence of V2O5 gives. V2O5 is known as vanadium pentaoxide. Oxidation of benzene with air. Air means O2. Of course, air is containing nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, carbon dioxide gas, carbon monoxide gas. So many gases are there. But for the oxidation from the air, we are going to take only oxygen. So here first I am taking the benzene reacting with oxygen in the air in the presence of vanadium pentaoxide. So benzene is going to give malic anhydride. What is meant by malic acid? CH single bond COOH double bond CH single bond COOH. This compound is called as malic acid. If you observe in this malic acid, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. But in benzene, how many carbons are there? 6 carbons are there. So when benzene is reacting or benzene is undergoing oxidation at higher temperatures with vanadium pentoxide, in benzene, 2 carbons are going to be removed. They are going to be oxidized as carbon dioxide. So then we are going to get a dioic acid. What is the dioic acid? This is the carboxylic acid that is called as oic acid. This is the carboxylic acid called as oic acid. So when benzene is undergoing oxidation with vanadium pentoxide at higher temperatures, first we will get a dioic acid, that is a malic acid. Further, it undergoes dehydration. Dehydration means a removal of water. So when the malic acid formed is undergoing dehydration, removal of water. See this one here, OH minus ion is going to be removed. Here, H plus ion is going to be removed. Removal of water due to dehydration. Between this carbon and this oxygen, a bond is going to be formed. Between this carbon and oxygen, here we can expect a bond. So that will give this compound. The compound is called as malic anhydride. From the malic acid, when we are going to remove water molecule, from the malic acid, when we remove water molecule, we will get malic anhydride. Very, very, very important reaction. So simply you can understand oxidation of benzene with air at 430 degrees Celsius in the presence of vanadium pentoxide gives malic anhydride. This is a structure of a malic anhydride, right? Yes. Next, question number 93. Read the question. Toluene on oxidation with chromyl chloride yields. Just now we discussed. Toluene reaction with chromyl chloride. What should be the product and what is its IUPAC? What is its reaction name? It is one of the named reaction. Just now we discussed. So text me your answer on my WhatsApp number. Next, question number 94. To a mixture of fuming nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, benzene was added. This mixture was heated for a long time at 100 degrees Celsius. The main product is, first of all, a mixture of fuming nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. This mixture is called as nitration mixture. A mixture of 1:1 ratio of concentrated nitric acid with concentrated sulfuric acid. This mixture is called as nitration mixture. To this nitration mixture, when we add benzene, see this reaction. To the benzene, by adding a nitration mixture up to 60 degrees Celsius, nitration of benzene is going to take place to give nitrobenzene. Conversion of benzene to nitrobenzene. Here, from the benzene, H plus ion is going to be removed. Instead of this H plus ion, NO2 plus ion of nitric acid is going to be substituted on benzene. So that's why the conversion of benzene to nitrobenzene, the reaction is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. But in the question, the temperature is mentioned at 100 degrees Celsius, not at 60 degrees Celsius. So if the reaction is carried at 60 degrees Celsius, the benzene is converting into nitrobenzene by reacting with the nitration mixture. But the same reaction is prolonged and heated up to a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, then already the formed nitrobenzene further undergoes nitration. Then we will get 1,3 dinitrobenzene. So where the substitution is further happening? At the third position. What is the name of the third position? What is the name of third position? The third position of monosubstituted benzene is called as meta position. So substitution is happening at meta position. Which type of substitution is happening here? Which type of substitution is happening here? Electrophilic substitution is happening. The electrophilic substitution is happening at meta position. Why only at meta position? Why not at ortho position or para position? Why? Because means here the NO2 group substituted on benzene. This is an example of electron withdrawing group. Whenever the electron withdrawing groups are present on benzene ring, electrophilic substitution reactions will take place at which positions? Meta positions. So then the benzene on nitration, first it gives nitrobenzene. The nitrobenzene further on nitration at 100 degrees Celsius, it will give 1,3 dinitrobenzene. That's also called as meta nitrobenzene. So if you check the options, option D is there, meta dinitrobenzene. Option D, meta dinitrobenzene is the answer. Very, very important reaction for NEET and JEE. Next, question number 95. This is the most important model for the JEE and NEET. Question number 95. Read the question. CH3 C6H5. That means on the benzene ring, CH3 group is substituted. So this compound is called as toluene. CH3 C6H5. The compound is called as toluene or methylbenzene. We can say toluene or methylbenzene. So when toluene is subjected to oxidation with potassium dichromate, K2Cr2O7. K2Cr2O7 is called as potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid. This reagent is known as a strong oxidizing agent. Acidified potassium dichromate acts as a strong oxidizing agent. Already we discussed whenever a side chain is there on the benzene ring, the side chain undergoes oxidation with oxidizing agents. When we use a strong oxidizing agent, this strong oxidizing agent causes continuous oxidation. The strong oxidizing agent causes the continuous oxidation. In the reaction, potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid is given. But in your NCERT textbook, if you observe, potassium permanganate in KOH is given. Potassium permanganate that acts as oxidizing agent, strong oxidizing agent. So we can use potassium permanganate in base to carry the oxidation, or we can also use potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So we can use any one of this reagent. So here you can write or. First, this CH3 group is undergoing oxidation. The side chain of the benzene ring, this is the side chain of the benzene ring, undergoes oxidation to give potassium salt of carboxylic acid. This potassium salt of carboxylic acid undergoes hydrolysis in presence of acid. Then K plus ions are going to be replaced to give H plus ions. Then we'll get benzoic acid. So toluene containing the side chain, that is the methyl group, continuously undergoes oxidation. Strong oxidation gives the carboxylic acid group. So here it is the conversion of, here it is the oxidation of CH3 group to, this process the oxidation of CH3 group to COOH group. So what should be the reagent used? The reagents should be used or either we can use potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid, or we can also use potassium permanganate in presence of potassium hydroxide. This is a base. So both can act as strong oxidizing agents. The total side chain, that is the hydrocarbon part, is undergoing oxidation to give carboxylic acid. So what should be your answer? Benzoic acid, C6H5COOH. This is the product. This is your product. What is the formula of the product? C6H5COOH called as benzoic acid. So the answer is option C. This model is very important, ma. Yes. Next question. Question number 96. Read the question. C6H6, that is benzene, reacting with a nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Just now I said a mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid with concentrated nitric acid is called as nitration mixture. A mixture of 1:1 ratio of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid is called as nitration mixture. The nitration mixture is used to carry the nitration reactions. The nitration mixture is used to carry the nitration reactions. So benzene reacting with nitration mixture gives nitrobenzene. See the option. Option C is your answer. Here is the reaction is given. So this reaction is also an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. The reaction is also an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic substitution reaction. How can you say it is electrophilic substitution? Very simple. In this reaction, from the benzene, H plus ion is removed. From the nitric acid, OH minus ion is removed. Total removal of water takes place. As a result, there is a production of NO2 plus. This is the electrophile. This NO2 plus is going to be substituted on the benzene ring. Then we'll get C6H5NO2, that is nitrobenzene. So remember this one, the conversion of benzene to nitrobenzene. The reaction is an example of electrophilic substitution reaction. Let's read the next question. Question number 97. Benzene reacting with Z. in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 to give toluene. Conversion of benzene into toluene. See this one. This is the benzene. This is the toluene. On the benzene ring, what is substituted? Alkyl group is substituted. On the benzene ring, CH3 is substituted. Nothing but alkyl group is substituted. Substitution of alkyl groups on the benzene ring is called as the substitution of benzene ring. Sorry, the substitution of alkyl groups on the benzene ring is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. To carry the Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction, mainly we use anhydrous AlCl3, that is a Lewis acid that acts as a catalyst. So here, what should be the Z? In the question, what should be the Z? To convert benzene into toluene, what should be the Z? This is a benzene, this is a toluene. What should be the Z? CH3Cl should be the Z. CH3Cl should be the Z, that is called as methyl chloride. Methyl chloride. Is there any option? CH3Cl is called as methyl chloride, common name. What is its IUPAC name? Yes, here one chlorine is there. Here one chlorine is there. Chlorine acts as a substitute. That's why it is called as chloro. One carbon is there, meth. Single bonds are there, N. Chloromethane. Methyl chloride is the common name. Chloromethane is the IUPAC name. So what should be the Z here in this reaction? Chloromethane. What is the formula of chloromethane? CH3Cl is the formula of chloromethane. And in this reaction, what is the electrophile? Tell me what is the electrophile? The electrophile is CH3 plus. Because here Cl minus of chloromethane reacts with H plus of benzene ring, that is removed as a HCl, and in this CH3Cl, what is the remaining part? CH3 plus is the remaining part. So in the Friedel-Crafts alkylation reactions, what are the electrophiles? R plus groups are the electrophiles. Remember this one. This is most important for JEE and NEET. Next, question number 98. Read the question. Propyl benzene with chlorine in presence of light gives. Most important model, ma. Propyl benzene. So first I am writing propyl group. CH3, single bond, CH2, single bond, CH2, single bond. So this group is called as propyl group. When it is attached to benzene ring, this total compound is called as propyl benzene. In this propyl benzene, here I am taking this double bonded carbon. The double bonded carbon, this is a double bonded carbon in sp2 hybridization. This is a double bonded carbon in sp2 hybridization. This is a single bonded carbon in sp3 hybridization. So whenever sp2 carbon bonded to sp2 carbon bonded to sp3 carbon, this sp3 carbon is called as allylic carbon. So whenever this compound propyl benzene is reacting with chlorine in presence of sunlight, the reactions are free radical reactions, and particularly here substitution reaction is going to take place because the pi bonds in benzene ring undergoes continuous delocalization. So that's why no addition is going to take place, only free radical substitution is going to take place, and here the allylic carbon is going to lose one hydrogen radical, and that hydrogen radical reacts with chlorine radical removed as HCl. So here we will get a HCl molecule. Now here you can observe when this carbon is going to lose one hydrogen radical, then this carbon gets a radical. This is a radical. So now what it should be read as? This is called as allylic carbon free radical because sp2 carbon bonded to sp2 carbon bonded to sp3 carbon. This carbon is called as allylic carbon radical. Allylic carbon radicals are more stable than second degree carbon radicals. Yes, what is a second degree carbon radical? Suppose in this compound, propyl benzene, CH3, CH2, CH2, single bond, C6H5. The compound is called as propyl benzene. Suppose here this carbon is going to lose one hydrogen radical. this carbon is going to lose one hydrogen radical. Then you will get this species, CH radical. A carbon bonded to two carbons. This carbon is called as second degree carbon. If this carbon, if this is the carbon going to lose one hydrogen radical, we will get second degree carbon radical. This is the second degree carbon radical. So there are two possibilities. In this reaction, there are two possibilities. When propyl benzene reacts with chlorine in presence of sunlight, we will get formation of allyl carbon free radical and we'll get formation of a second degree carbon free radical. But among these two carbon free radicals, can you guess which one is more stable? Yes, allylic carbon free radical is more stable. So because of more stability of allylic carbon free radical, we will get the product, that is chlorine is going to be substituted at allylic part only to give the more stable product, major product. So here if the chlorine is going to be substituted, then the answer is option A. So here the major thing is you have to understand where the substitution is going to happen, why the substitution is going to happen. So the thing is formation of allylic carbon free radicals because of removal of one hydrogen radical from this carbon, that is allylic carbon. Otherwise, instead of that carbon, suppose this carbon is going to lose one hydrogen radical, then we'll get a second degree carbon free radical. So among the allylic carbon free radical and second degree carbon free radical, the allylic carbon free radicals are more stable. That's why we will get the product A as the major product. This is the most important model for JEE and NEET again. Next question. Question number 100. Which of the following is a naphthene? All of us know naphthalene. What is naphthalene? What is naphthalene? When two benzene rings are fused together, when two benzene rings are fused together, that is called as naphthalene. All of us know about naphthalene balls. So this is the naphthalene. But the question asked is naphthene. What is naphthene means? All cycloalkanes are called as naphthenes. Cycloalkanes. See the option. Option C is given as a cyclohexane. So according to the statement, all cycloalkanes are called as naphthenes. Then we can take the option C, that is cyclohexane is an example of naphthene. So this is all about today's class. My dear students, every day I am saying the same words. First of all, you have to watch the video till the end by using headphones for more clarity about audio. And the second thing is, after watching the video, you have to write down the notes. And then once again, you have to go through the NCERT textbook. Whenever a concept is not understood properly, if any case, then you have to read the NCERT textbook. Still, if you are having if you are facing any problem regarding the concept, just call me, we'll discuss. Right? Thank you, my dear students. Thank you, one and all. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day. This is your chemistry lecturer, Sesar Naidu, signing off.